Bowman. Oh, full spike to the face. Goodbye. Oh. Yo, don't mind if I do. Give me these free kills. Sit down, boy. I'm sorry, Kaleza, again. Rapier is so nuts, dude. Starting off with the Rapier abilities, we have two mandatory abilities to take in any Rapier build, and that is going to be Evade and Fletch. In PvP specifically, these two abilities offer the most amount of damage and survivability. So once you put in these 13 talents, we have two options. We can either take Flurry up to these points, or we can take off Flurry for Flourish and Finish. Both builds are very, very fun to use, and it is going to be up to you which one you want to play. The Flourish and Finish build that I have here is better for burst, while the Leeching Flurry build will offer more survivability, 1v1, and outplay potential. So as you saw from the beginning clips there, we are running a standard Ice Spike build. Ice Spike is very, very fun, only if you land it. Ice Spike is going to offer us a lot of outplay and burst potential, but it is not something to rely on. You want to be using your Rapier almost 95% of the time, and then maybe use your Storm and Ice Spike combo. Let's talk about the armor. We have a full refreshing and shrinking heal set, as you see here. I'm slowly going to start from the top and then slowly work my way down to the bottom. As we talk about this gear here, we are going to be looking over the artifact here. Tumbler Feet Wraps is going to be the best in slot option here. So as you see here on the left side of my screen, I did have a health, shrinking energy, and leeching flurry piece. That is only mandatory if you run flurry in your builds. However, let's equip a different piece here: health, shrinking heals, and shrinking energy. You can run this with any Rapier build or any build in general. Run this piece with a Flourish and Finish build. All 5 gems in your armor should be the Frozen Rune Glass of Opal, which is 2% elemental damage absorption on top of the 2% ice attack damage increase. This ice attack damage increase is going to be 2% per Opal piece for a total of 10% ice damage and power. For the Rapier, we have the Life Ring Rapier, Vicious Rogue, and Penetrating Backstab, 3 illegal perk combinations. The backstabs in this build is quite enormous. Now, you could run Vicious Rogue Refreshing Move, Vicious Rogue Healing Empowered, but I do recommend putting Penetrating Backstab on the piece here. For the Ice Gauntlet, the highest damage IG is going to be Alacritous Punishment, Vicious, and Keenly Empowered. This is going to be the Swathe Amulet from the PvP track. If you can't get this, get something with like Keen or Vicious on it, or Keen Vicious Frost Attunement, Keen Vicious Keenly Empowered, Keen Vicious Empowered Ice Spike. Like, it really doesn't make that much of a difference at the end of the day. I would say Alacritous Punishment is going to be the perk you want to aim after. It is a very, very strong perk in PvP, especially when you hit these bows and rapiers and muskets that do have the perma haste on them. The gem in the Rapier right now, currently in Season 3, is going to be a Tier 2 Aquamarine. Now, in Season 4, a lot of the gems are being changed, so this might actually change in Season 4, and we will do an updated build guide for that. But as of right now in Season 3, the Tier 2 Aquamarine is going to be the most amount of damage. I am at the test dummy right now going to test the Tier 2 versus the Tier 5 Aquamarine and the Rapier for this build. We currently have the Tier 2 Aquamarine in there, so let's do a few tests to see what the damage is. So we have 2,125 plus 1,030 for a total of 3,155 damage. Now let's check the damage with the Tier 5 Aquamarine. We are getting 1328 plus 1611 for a total of 2,939. This is why we simply put a Tier 2 Aquamarine in our Rapier. For the gem and the Ice Gauntlet, simply put an Opal. It really doesn't matter if it's Rune Glass or not. The cheaper version is going to be the normal Opal. Empower in PvP is capped at 50%. We can check here by the Empower cap on the spreadsheet that was created by Micro. Sorry, not created by Micro. It was created by Mr. Mojito TV, but it was published by Micro in his Discord. So he says here that the Empower cap for PvP is 50%, so we need to get 50%. Let's start off with 0% Empower. So first things first, we always want to be using a powerful honing stone in PvP, so that is instantly a free 7% Empower. We can also get a free 7% Empower for having ice damage on our ring, so that is instantly going to put us at 14% max Empower. Since we do use Elemental Rune Glass on armor, it can stack up to 5 times for a total of 10%. we can easily bump this up to 24% in power. Shirking Blessing on the Tumbler shoes is going to be another 15% in power, so that is going to bust us up to 39.10% in power. Here is where it gets iffy. In Season 4, when Omnidirectional Evade does get fixed, we are going to be putting Omnidirectional Evade on our armor, and that is going to bust us up to exactly 50% in power. Keep this in mind, this is only 50% in power with our Rapier. For our Ice Golem, we would only be at 39% in power, but that is pretty much okay. Since this is a high mobility class with a lot of damage, and it's quite squishy depending on the attributes that we run, I do opt to take the Stone Form Heartrune. For the amulet, since we are running 5 Shirky Keels, Ankh is going to be the best amulet to take Health Divine, and we are going to upgrade the amulet with Stamina Recovery. I don't currently have Stamina Recovery on my amulet, but I will be upgrading as soon as I get the materials. For the ring, we have 2 options. We have Hardy, Keen, Invigorated Punishment. This is going to be your best in slot ring for ice spike damage, and the other ring I will put on the screen here is going to be the Azoth Crystal Ring. This ring comes with Hardy and Leashing, and we want to put ice damage on the ring as the 3rd perk at the Gypsum Kiln. The ice damage on the ring actually counts towards our Empower cap. Anyways, let's move on to the earring here. We have the amazing Life Loop, Refreshing Toast, Healthy Toast, mandatory in PvP, especially if you are a 1vx player, and lastly, the Refreshing to max out our Refreshing for 4 out of 4. Now let's talk about the attributes. So we have 2 options, and that is going to be 100 Dex, 360 Intelligence, and 150 Constitution. This is quite tanky compared to the other attribute setup, but it does not do as much damage. This next attribute setup is going to be the max amount of damage and cooldown reductions for the Rapier. 25 Strength for the light attack damage, 100 Dex, 370 Intelligence, 25 Focus for the 5% ability cooldown reduction, which works with Evade, Fletch, etc., and 100 Constitution. Now, dropping 50 Constitution is about a 2k health decrease, so keep that in mind, but with 5 Shirking Heals, 6 with Tumbler's Foot Wraps, we are still healing for about 2.9 to 3k per dodge. Every 6 seconds, of course. We are on the neural-buddy.de website to show you all a written guide of this build. Once again, per my other guides, attributes are at the top. All of these stackable perks are going to be next to that on the right side, and all of the armor that we can craft and farm. So the farmable pieces that we can get in this build to make it super intuitive and easy is going to be the Empress Zhao's Crown, the Empress Zhao's Embroidered Claws, Tumbler Feet Wraps, Azoth Crystal Ring, Life Loop, Life Ring Rapier, and Swathe. One thing I wanted to mention is the weapon perks for this build. Omnidirectional Evade is currently not working for Rapier builds. We are not getting any damage increases, so that is why we do not have any Omnidirectional Evade pieces on our armor. However, in Season 4, it is going to be fixed, and that is when we will do the updated build guide with Omnidirectional Evade, upgraded gems, etc. As of right now, the only weapon perk we need is going to be Healing Tomb, which is going to be put on our medium chest piece. Empowered Ice Spike is kind of booty. You have to root people, which is really rare. Let's talk about the bread and butter combos with this build. So first things first, with the Rapier, it is standard auto evade auto. That is simply just the quickest ability bread and butter combo to get down. Once you get your auto evade auto down, you can incorporate your other Rapier abilities, so we can do auto evade auto flourish and finish. For the last min-max damage combo, this is going to be a very hard combo to hit in an actual PvP round or 1v1, simply because enemies can dodge if they have a brain. But if you are playing against a bot, we can get down this combo. It is going to be the Fletch into the backstab, into the evade, auto, flourish, and finish. It's going to look something like this. The only combo you need to get down with Ice Spike is going to be the Storm into the Ice Spike. A lot of people say to aim at the bottom right of the enemy's feet to land your Ice Spike, but it doesn't really matter in my opinion where you aim your Ice Spike. It can be straight, it could be to the bottom right of the enemy's feet. The real annoying thing with Ice Spike is learning the timing. Even I, after playing Ice Spike for so many years and so many months, it is still very inconsistent to hit. That is why I said earlier in the video, do not crutch on your Ice Spike. Play with Rapier and then use your Ice Spike to finish or to stagger people. Now let's talk about your general gameplay strategy. Well, you are simply an assassin. Low con, high damage, high backstabs. You want to wait to assassinate a target. You are also highly mobile, so you want to dance around your opponents as well. And since we have full cooldown reduction with 25 focus, you want to abuse that and maybe use your evade to dance around your opponents even more. We are going to head right into the gameplay now. Don't forget to join my Discord. Follow me on Twitch. We are streaming almost nearly every day, roughly around 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. start time. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, baby. Where do you think you're going, my friend? Where do you think you're going, my friend? Oh, shit. This one. that was clean.
Following.
Oh my god, I'm styling. Pop serum? We can win this. Actually, I don't know, that's too many. Wait a second, there's a little too many.
We does a body that is now following.
Oh! Am I styling? Oh, I jinxed it! I jinxed it! I jinxed it. Oh my god, wait! Oh, 3, 2, 1! Nah. Okay, my bad, bro. I just one-shot him. I'm just gonna play with them like food. I'm just gonna play with you like food, man. You're heavy, bro. He doesn't even know what's hitting him. Oh, Ice Spike landed.